the radar looks good. It's just all around us. And we've got everything kind of set out so we can make a pretty hasty water entrance. Blue skies and not so blue skies.
We're on Smith Mountain Lake, Virginia. I'm Chris with Bolt Fanatics. This is my buddy James. He was with me on the last dive that we did on the lake here. He loved it so much he went ahead and got certified. So this time he's not staying up top, he's going down with me. I got my buddy Brad with us here, Brad Davis, or excuse me, Dr. Davis. Hopefully we're not going to have to use his services today. Yeah, we're going to go down there. We're going to be diving on what I believe is either a sunken boat or possibly a car. Not sure exactly what it is, but we're going to go find out. We just anchored up and we're going to get suited up and see what happens. Here we go.
Cool. Let's blow some bubbles.
You about to do this?
Let's do this.
Ready? You clear?
I'm clear.
There she goes.
Let's blow some bubbles. Let's go find that boat, that jet ski, whatever's down there.
All right, blow some bubbles, bud. Alright y'all, so we found the boat. It was an awesome dive, but what happens next is every diver's nightmare, having equipment failure. What happened is my BCD ended up filling up on its own and trying to shoot me to the surface, where you can get the bends, which is air in your bloodstream, and can be very painful and could even kill you. So while you're watching this next part, watch what I do. The whole time I'm trying to dump my air out of my BCD. I'm trying to do the frog kick, trying to slow my ascent as I'm going to the surface. So I just had enough time to grab James by the arm to let him know something was going on. I took a deep breath and I was exhaling the entire time coming up. If I hold my breath when I'm getting shot to the surface, there's a possibility I can rupture my lungs. So that's something else that I had to take into consideration. But yeah, watch this. This part is pretty intense, and it was definitely intense for me. The thing just started. I don't know what's up with it. If it's not clamped right or something, but I just kept trying to. It just kept bringing me to the surface.
I saw you kept jumping, and I was like, man, he's got a lot of air in.
Yeah, God.
Dude, I just heard you start burping.
There you are for some live action.
Oh, that was definitely some action.
Hey, man. We found it.
Definitely found the boat. That was cool. Yeah, so that dive turned pretty interesting. So we
to say the least.
We got down there and made it to the boat. That part was cool. Chris did his driving thing. You know, we're swimming around it, trying to catch some angles, checking it out. It was a classic old boat.
It looked like a 1960s, maybe like a speedboat, you know, of that day. Yeah, it was an interesting boat. It really was. It was really cool. It was nice that there wasn't much debris around it, just the boat itself. We had fun, and then we had a little bit of trouble, a little action.
A little chaos.
Yeah, so we learned from that. Number one thing I learned, you need to have your equipment inspected once a year, and you need to have it serviced once every 2 years. And I had my regulator just serviced. Never thought about the BCD. There's valves inside of your
Power inflator.
Yep, and that's what malfunctioned. So please, you want to go scuba diving, learn from my mistakes, make sure you get it inspected and serviced so you can be safe on your dives and have fun. That's what it's all about. So you want to make sure you go home at the end of the night.
One of the rules of diving is that as long as you can breathe, there's not a problem you can't overcome. As long as you have air, you know. Chris, he tapped me. I started hearing some bubbles. He tapped me, and then he basically, as far as from my view, he shot to the surface. At that point, you know, I come up at a controlled ascent, you know, immediately following him, but came up at a controlled ascent. You know, you never want to, even in a bad situation, one injury is still better than two. You know,
exactly.
You have to maintain the sense of you when you're diving, but you're obviously going to help your buddy.
Yep.
And so, you know, but you have to do it in a controlled manner. You know, when someone's in need, you know, the person responding is the one in control at that point. So you've got to come up and you know, do it in the right fashion. Otherwise, you're both sitting up there hurting. Yeah. So,
well, James came up. He stayed with me. You know, we made it out safe. So we showed you the boat. I hope you enjoyed the video. We've got plenty more dives to do. Here we go. Thanks for watching.